Hi, it's Kim and I'm a business owner now. And what I've been doing is busking at Santa Monica. So I'm gonna talk about that today. The first time that I did that was the Sunday. What is it like? Well, in order to even get to a place where you can be busking there, busking is street performing if you didn't know, you have to get a performance permit. So the performance permit is $37. You have to fill out an application and pick it up, and then you got it, you're good, you can go and perform. But where I was performing was the Santa Monica Pier, and at the pier you have to go through a lottery system in order to get a spot. So how it works is there are 4 times they're competing for in the lottery, and there are 4 lottery times for each slot in the day. So the lottery times are 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. And the 9 a.m. one is for performance from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The 11 a.m. lottery time is for a performance from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The 2 p.m. one is for performance from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And finally, the 5 p.m. lottery time is for a performance at 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. the next day. Generally speaking, each performance is 3 hours long, and the lottery takes place about 2 hours before. In the case of the 9 a.m. one, it happens at the same time, which is kind of weird. I don't really get that, but it is how it is, right? On Sunday, that's the day that I went to perform. We went for the 11 a.m. lottery time to perform from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Basically, there's like this long line. You get in line and you tell the person who's in charge of the lottery what your permit number is. That's why you need a permit for it. You tell them your name, and then they shake this container of all the people's names and permit numbers. If your name gets chosen, there are like 20 something slots, or like 25 slots on the pier, and there are probably, I don't know, maybe 30 people there, so it was kind of competitive. Once your name gets called, you get to choose your spot on the pier. And for me, I was not that lucky. I did not get that good of a spot. I was maybe 15th person called or something like that. I don't really know. And I ended up getting slot number 20, which is not on the main part of the pier. It's on the side. There's not a lot of traffic there, and unfortunately that's what I got, but it was either that or another space where literally no one went. So since we were there, we had our equipment. I was like, you know what, why not? Let's just try this. It's the first day, let's see how it goes. Maybe it's not as bad as you might think it is. From the lottery time, which was 11, until the actual performance time, which was 1, there was a 2-hour time period. The lottery took about 30 minutes, I would say, because the line was so long. So basically we had an hour and a half. So what we did in that time was we found the spot that I would be performing at, and then we went to the car, we reparked it because we needed to keep free parking, and we ate, got all our stuff, and we were there. And when I say we, it's me and my mom. So my mom was there also. She was a trooper. So we brought all the stuff there. Then the performance started. I was performing for 3 hours, just standing in one space, relatively low energy. You just stand there. I'll insert a clip of me performing. So yeah, I just stand there and you sing, or you do whatever it is that you're performing. There are a lot of people doing different things. There are people who do art, sing, or play an instrument like me. There are people who do magic. There are all kinds of things. There's even a woman who says she takes pictures with people and she earns money like that. I'm not really sure how that works, but she does it. So I didn't really have too high hopes, but the performers that I asked there, because I'm new, so I asked them questions, my mom and I asked questions, they said that they earn typically around $200 to $300 for a 3-hour session there at the pier, which is really good. That's a lot higher than minimum wage. If you're a singer like me, or you're just are knowledgeable about how things are when you're performing for a while, your voice gets tired, and I did kind of mess up a little bit. I had the lyrics in front of me and I had the music on the speaker that I had, and sometimes I would even mess that up. But it was okay, I didn't mess up too much. It was my first day, so it didn't really bother me too much. But yeah, so over time my voice definitely lost its lower register, which is basically the lower notes you can hit. At the beginning, I could hit the low notes pretty okay. At the end of it, I just was like whispering. It was not that good. You couldn't really tell while I was singing that my voice was getting more and more tired, but when I was talking to my mom during the breaks that I took like 3 5-minute-ish breaks, you could tell that my voice was kind of worn out a little bit, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And of course, as you perform more and more, as you sing for longer periods of time and you practice, your voice will get stronger and stronger, and 3 hours will be nothing. So it just depends. Here are some little things that I did not consider while I was performing. One, this is a big one, my iPad stopped working. It was fully charged, all that was fine, but it stopped working because it was overheated. It was in the sun. We didn't have an umbrella, as you can probably tell by the video. It stopped working for a good like 3 minutes or something, 30 minutes into my performance. So that was a time where I was kind of forced to take a break, and mid-song it just kind of stopped. So it was kind of weird. We kind of found a solution to that by draping a sweater over it to block the sun from it. So while I was like scrolling through the lyrics, I covered like maybe 70% of the screen, and I was like scrolling through 30% of the screen to like read the lyrics, because I didn't memorize all the songs. I just wanted to sing, and you know, over time maybe I'll have the lyrics completely memorized, but when you're nervous, you forget lyrics. Let me just say that. It got a little windy at one point too, and the stand that I have, it's not like the highest quality, let me tell you. So it kind of almost fell a little bit, so good thing I was there to like hold it, and for maybe a good bit of the songs, I was just like holding it with one hand and then holding the mic in another, just like holding the stand like this while I'm singing because I didn't want it to fall over. As for the mic too, my thumb kind of got worn out a bit. It's fine now. It was fine yesterday too. Yesterday was Monday. I'm filming this on Tuesday. And I guess that could be fixed with the stand, but we just didn't have one, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So I put on a lot of sunscreen. I had this hat on. Not a lot of my skin was exposed. My legs were covered because I was wearing pants, and I had a t-shirt on, so I wasn't really exposing much skin. I did get a little bit of redness here. You can't really tell. But my mom, on the other hand, she got a pretty good burn, but she didn't put on any sunscreen. So she was wearing a shirt that went like that, and she had like a bunch of red here because of the sun. And I think that's something I learned, was not to perform at the 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. slot when it's kind of still summery, because that's the time where the sun is literally the hottest and the highest in the sky. So next time, probably not gonna perform at that time. When all was said and done, I think it went pretty well, honestly. Not a lot of people gave me money, I will say that, because the traffic, first of all, was not that high in the location that I was. But people were overall positive. Like, I was facing rides. People, they would like give me thumbs up while they were on the rides, like while I was singing, like, oh, you know, you're good. Some people would walk by, like, oh, you're singing good. And there was a bench nearby where I was performing. This one guy, he sat there for like 2 of my songs that I was singing, and he told me that he really liked it. It was really good. He didn't tip me or anything, but you know, it was still nice. And I got some applause. A lot of people actually recording me, not necessarily just me the whole time, but you know, when they're walking around the pier, they're recording the whole experience. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm at the pier, I'm a tourist. But some people did just like genuinely take a video of me, and it was just me for like maybe a few seconds or a minute or something. And I didn't really mind it, to be honest. If you are the kind of person that does mind being recorded, then, you know, you probably would hate that. I would not recommend doing this for you, but I didn't mind it. I just felt like it was them kind of appreciating what I was doing, because if they're recording me, then I must be good, right? I mean, or absolutely terrible that they want to laugh at it, but no one was laughing. That was kind of nice. Like, they wanted to share that moment of me just singing to their Instagram followers, or just keep it for the future. They look back at their Santa Monica Pier day and they're like, oh yeah, there's this girl singing there. Overall, I'm pretty glad with this experience, even though I did not earn much, and I'm gonna tell you how much I earned. I earned $8. So yeah, I think for sure the location is what got me, because not a lot of people are walking. You can even see in the video, not as many people are walking where I was as compared to the main part of the pier. So there's this main part of the pier, and then there's like a little like section for like the amusement part of it, like the rides and stuff. Not a lot of people go there, first of all, because it's expensive probably, and two, because, I don't know, they just want to walk on the pier and then go to the beach. I learned for sure not to take a spot that will waste my time, because $8 per 3 hours is not even minimum wage in the least, at least here in Los Angeles. I do think that this is a good opportunity for me to like grow my voice and just put myself out there. And yes, this is my business, but something that I need to keep in mind is that you can't actually ask for money for it. It's a donation only basis. I have a bunch of papers on what the rules and regulations are for performing in Santa Monica, and you can't actually ask for money. It's donations. Even if you are making some pretty art for someone, you can't ask for money. They can ask for tips or donations, but you can't ask for like actual money, like, oh, this is how much this costs. Like, you can't actually say that. But I wasn't really expecting much of it. I mostly was there for the experience, and I think I had a good time, and it was like a test run for me. I still enjoyed singing. I love singing, so I didn't feel like it was that big of a waste of time. Of course, Santa Monica is far from me, but it still was an experience, and I think I'm gonna try it again, and for sure this time at a better location on the pier, and if not on the pier, somewhere in the mall area of downtown Santa Monica, or perhaps I'll try somewhere nearby. I don't know, we'll see. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask me. That's all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.